Hi YouTube, I'm Rochelle Shea Walker, and this is what's in my bag. I'm obsessed with what's in my bag videos. They seem to be making a comeback, at least according to my algorithm, but maybe that's just catering to my desires. I always think of the bag as sort of your home away from home. I actually don't have to leave my home that often. I have curated my life for that, but on the occasions that I am out and about, the things in here are things that I'm usually thankful that I have on hand if I do need them. I am a backpack only girl. I'm very concerned about alignment and spinal health and longevity of the balance of the body. And it really is better for your body to carry the weight equally distributed across your back. So this particular bag is actually a diaper bag. This bag has lots of pockets because it's made to carry a bunch of baby bottles around with you. The outside pockets are what I like to have the most used items in. My sunglasses underneath my little elastic. Up next in the side pocket, I have my Trader Joe's grocery bag. Always use reusable grocery bags. They charge extra for them in Chicago if you don't. So saving about 5 cents every grocery trip if I have this on me. But also I've always been a fan of environmentally friendly practices. The other thing that's in this pocket is my umbrella. I was standing on the street waiting for a bus in the rain, and a man came out of a Walgreens and walked up to me and asked me if I wanted his umbrella because he had just purchased a new one. So this umbrella was given to me for free by a stranger on the street, and it has served me very well. The only other thing I keep in this pocket is my face mask. If I'm on an airplane or on a bus where there are people traveling in large groups, I will mask up. In this other side pocket, we have the items that I need on a more daily basis. First up, I have my car keys. My car keys. I haven't driven a car in over a decade. My keys to my home and to the yoga studio where I work, and then to my storage unit. And I also have a little keychain attachment for my dongle, a Mariano's card, grocery store, Chicago Public Library card. I still have not outgrown the childlike wonder that I have for the library. I love that I can just go and check out a book at any time. If I like it, maybe I'll buy it, but if I don't like it, I don't even have to read the whole thing and I just take it back. The library needs to be valued and treasured and supported. And if you do not have a public library card of your own, I don't know what you're doing. We have my keychain. It says, if the apocalypse comes, beat me.
Apocalypse comes, beat me.
So the reason that I have the dongle on my keychain is I recently switched to old school corded earbuds. I had a pair of AirPods for about 6 years and they just stopped working. I don't want them coming out all hooked to my keys, so they just go tucked away in here and stuck in that pocket. The final thing that I have in this exterior pocket edition of this tour, prescription bottle of walnut pieces. I have made friends with the squirrels on my street, and on my walk to work and from work, I like to bribe them with little walnut pieces in the hopes that they will recognize me and make friends with me and I can be Snow White. That dream is almost coming true. In the last month, I had 3 different squirrels take a nut directly from my hand. It's an obsession, on level with cats almost. Don't tell my cats I said that. I like a good, healthy wallet. And that's because it's better wallet feng shui to be able to have an interior pocket where you can let the money lie flat. Essentially, the mindset behind that is if you want money to want to be with you, you want to give it plenty of space to breathe and room to spread out, and more money will want to come and hang out in your cozy little wallet space. And then we have the change purse. And in here I have not only some change, but a tiny little citrine crystal, which probably should be charged in the moonlight and cleansed soon. And this backpack has like this weird window pocket, easier access to what's inside this interior pocket. I repurposed a mini toolkit organizer for the random things that I like to think of as my emergency kit. So in my emergency kit, we have only in case of emergency chipstick. We'll talk about my preferred chapstick in just a bit, but this was an EOS chapstick that I purchased when I had a friend visiting in town and we were just going all over the city. And I really desperately needed some chapstick, and my chapstick was at home and it was going to be hours and hours before I got home to it. So I went ahead and just popped into a Target and bought a 2-pack of this chapstick. And I gotta say, this one will dry my lips out within 30 minutes of me putting it on. So that whole sort of conspiracy theory that wearing chapstick makes you need chapstick is really true of this brand. And I kind of expected more from EOS because they're supposed to be a little more natural. So I only have this in here for occasions like when I bought it, that I am desperate and I'm out and I'm not gonna see my preferred chapstick for a while. And then I have this as a backup. It's always good to have a safety pin in case your zipper pull break or a zipper in general breaks and you need to safety pin things together. Or I've had times that I'm wearing an old tank top to teach a yoga class and the strap just like pops in half. Well, I don't have Band-Aids in this emergency kit. Behind this chapstick, I do have some alcohol prep pads. And that's less for injuries and more because I'm a bit of a germaphobe. And then behind that, I have a juniper mint honey tea bag that's from the studio that I teach at. Likewise, I have some electrolyte powder that is also from my work that I thought I was going to take home and put in my water bottle on the way home. That didn't happen, so now it's in the emergency kit. I have some dental floss just in case. I have some essential oils. I am really sensitive to smells. I'm sensitive to smells in general, and then I can usually smell stuff that other people can't smell. I'm sensitive to smells emotionally, and that if I have to smell a unpleasant smell for an extended amount of time, it triggers me. It's, I think, one of my slightly on the spectrum autism sensitivities. So I like to carry something that's a really soothing scent and a really strong scent that can potentially overpower any smells that are going to emotionally trigger me. Because it's labeled past tense and it's got a lot of calming oils in it, it also has that aromatherapy aspect to it as well. The other oil that I carry is On Guard. And this, I believe, is doTERRA's version of the Four Thieves oil. If you don't know the story behind the Four Thieves oil, during some sort of very widespread health crisis where a lot of people were dying and a lot of people were getting sick from those dead bodies, this group of thieves were looting bodies and somehow avoiding getting sick. The claim is that the oils that are used in Four Thieves oil and in this On Guard were used by these looters to place on handkerchiefs, put over their nose, and prevent them from getting sick. I like to use On Guard mostly on the outside of my face mask, on the outside of the mask, because it does have cinnamon in it. And even though it's diluted with coconut oil in this roller ball, it's still a really hot and intense oil, and my skin does have a slight sensitivity to it. So I usually don't put it on my skin unless I'm in a pinch and I want to disinfect my hands. I will use this for that. And then finally, we have a selenite wand. It's a good crystal to cleanse your other crystals with, and it's also a good crystal to cleanse your own energy with. I just kind of wave it around. Yep, just like a crazy person. So that lives there. We interrupt this program with editing glasses on because I realized that I forgot to show you an entire section of my bag. Other than the exterior pockets that I like to treat like coat pockets or pant pockets, this is the most highly used section of my bag. So it's kind of hilarious that I forgot to go over it the first time. First up, I almost always have this Trader Joe's lavender hand sanitizer spray. And then, calling it back to that emergency kit, this is my preferred brand of chapstick. This is called Treat. It comes in many flavors, all sort of dessert themed and delicious. This particular one is a newer purchase, which is Frosted Donut. And I got this specifically because it is tinted so that I could use it as just a little bit of cheek color and highlight. The snack pocket is very important because I am vegan and I'm gluten-free, and when I'm out and about, there's not always easy access to food that I can eat. So I always keep something in the snack pocket, usually a Go Macro bar. This is coconut, almond butter, and chocolate chips. I'm not gonna insult you and say that it tastes like a candy bar, but of the varieties of on-the-go protein bars I've tried, it is pleasant enough that I actually will eat this when I'm not on the go and I'm just home and I'm craving something sweet. Currently also have in the pocket some pistachios that, like a couple of the items in my emergency kit, I grabbed from work and just didn't end up consuming on my walk to my next location. So they're now living in the snack pocket Then in the final pocket, we have the very essential phone charger, and it's a wall charger, which is nice because you don't have that extra cord to actually plug it in because you still need the extra cord to plug it into the phone. So I don't want to carry any more cords than I have to. And then I have this nifty, extendable, and sometimes retractable charging cord. This is my water bottle, and I have a reason for this water bottle. I noticed during lockdown, I was losing track of how often I refilled my water bottle because everything was blending together time-wise. So I got this, and I only had to remember to fill it once a day, and I didn't have to do any sort of like mental math of what was the last time I refilled this bottle. It's also just occurring to me that maybe I need to drink a gallon of water a day because I talk a lot. And then finally, we have my current reading material, The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This book is credited as the origins of the dark academia aesthetic. So if you're a big fan of that like collegiate poetry, flowers, sort of a Saltburn type vibe, but a little less perverted. If you've got Pinterest boards full of dark academia, you've likely read this book. And if you haven't, definitely pick it up. On the inside, key strap that I never use because I want my keys more accessible than inside the zipper of this bag. I have a pin that's a little fortune teller's crystal ball that says, looks like you're. When I had it on the outside of the bag, I felt like it was sending the wrong negative message. People that don't know my sense of humor as well could see it and think that I was a pessimist, which who would ever think that about me? That is what's in my bag.